An average person spends 1/3 of their life sleeping. Now imagine what you could do if your mind was awake while your body was sleeping. What would you do if you could actually control your dreams? Who would you meet? Where would you go? Today I'm going to tell you how you can control your dreams, which is called lucid dreaming, using tips from the book Exploring the World of Lucid Dreaming and Dream Yoga. So let's talk about science first, because I know a lot of you may be wondering if this is even possible. But before that, I'm curious, have you ever had a lucid dream before? Let me know in the comments below. For me personally, I used to have lucid dreams as a kid, but I didn't know what they were called. So let me first explain to you what happens when you fall asleep. Most people think of sleep as, well, you just close your eyes, fall asleep, and then you wake up in the morning. But sleep actually happens in 4 stages. Stage 1 is a light stage of sleep. This is where your body is just relaxing. This is the stage in which anyone can wake you up easily. Stage 2 is when you actually start to sleep. Your brain activity slows down and your body temperature begins to drop. Stage 3 is deep restorative sleep. This is where your muscles heal, your body is completely relaxed, and you're getting the rest that you need. And stage 4 is called rapid eye movement sleep. This is the stage where you start dreaming and your eyes move on their own while you're dreaming. This is the stage that is important for us if we want to learn lucid dreaming. Now this whole thing is called a sleep cycle, and it goes on for about 90 minutes. So throughout the night we go through at least 4 or 5 of these cycles. So Stephen LaBerge, who was a psychologist in Stanford University, did some experiments to prove that lucid dreams are real. He asked people to go to sleep in a lab and enter a lucid dream, and then move their eyes from side to side, and they would try and detect if it happened in real life. And for sure, they detected the movements in real life which corresponded to the movements that the people did in their dreams, thereby proving the existence of lucid dreaming. But this is just the scientific world. In Tibetan Buddhism, they've always known about this technique. In fact, the monks use this technique to even meditate while they're dreaming, and they say that it can even help you achieve enlightenment. So let me tell you the steps of how you can also start lucid dreaming. Step number 1, you have to improve your dream recall. Have you ever noticed that when you wake up, you can very clearly remember your dream, but after 15 minutes or so, you completely forget the dream you had? This is because our brain discards our dream memories because it doesn't think that they're important. But in order to have lucid dreams, we need to capture our dreams. So first, you need to start writing down your dreams. Every morning when you wake up, write down your dream either in your phone or on a piece of paper. I personally recommend that you use a journal. Write down everything that you can remember from the dream, any emotions you felt, anything you saw. The more detail you can try and remember, the more your brain will realize, oh, this is important, let's try and remember it more. Do this for a few weeks and you'll start remembering your dreams better. Don't skip this step because it's the foundation of lucid dreaming. There is no point in having a lucid dream if you cannot even remember what it was. Step number 2, dream patterns and reality checks. Now you have to find a way to remind yourself while you're dreaming that, wait a minute, why is my cat beating up my grandfather in my old school? This must be a dream. The way you do that is firstly by finding patterns in your dreams. When you start writing down your dreams, you might start seeing some patterns. Maybe in a lot of your dreams there is your old school building, or maybe in your dreams you're always in an exam-like situation. Now that you've recognized this pattern, whenever that situation happens in real life, ask yourself, am I dreaming? This will help embed in your subconscious mind to keep checking if you're dreaming. Have you noticed that a lot of times whatever you do throughout the day, in some twisted way, it repeats itself in a dream? This is exactly what we're trying to do here. If you make it a habit every day and ask yourself whether you're dreaming or not, eventually in one of your dreams, you will realize that you're dreaming and you will wake up inside your dream. Now, whenever you're asking yourself if you're dreaming, you must also do a reality check. A reality check is basically checking whether or not you're in the real world or in the dream world. Some common reality checks are as follows. You can just jump up. When you're awake, you'll jump and come down. But when you're dreaming, you might actually keep floating. This is a sure sign that you're dreaming. You can also look at a watch for the time. If you're awake, the time wouldn't change if you look away and look back. But if you're dreaming, the time will keep changing every time you look at a watch. Now there are hundreds of reality checks like this, and you can even make up your own. Just remember to do them every day as much as you can. The more you do them throughout the day, the higher the chances are that you'll do them in a dream and wake up. Now step number 3 are the techniques. Now there are hundreds of techniques that you can use to become lucid, but in this video I will show you the most beginner friendly technique to become lucid. This is called the wake back to bed method. In this method, you set an alarm for a time 1.5 or 2 hours before you have to actually wake up. So if you have to wake up at 6, you set an alarm for 4 or 4:30. You wake up, you get out of bed, you think to yourself about lucid dreaming, and you let your mind be consumed by lucid dreaming. You stay awake for maybe 10 or 15 minutes and then you go back to sleep. Set the intention that you're going to have a lucid dream. The reason we do this after we've had some sleep and not directly in the beginning of the night is because in the beginning of the night, you're more likely to be tired and chances are that you'll just fall asleep. But towards the end of the night, you'll already have had a few sleep cycles and you'll be more rested. So now your mind can stay awake for lucid dreaming a little more. According to Andrew Holacek, who wrote the book on dream yoga and actually studied many techniques with Tibetan monks, he says that meditation is one practice that almost always helps with lucid dreaming. When you meditate during the day, you try and become more mindful. You try and become one with the moment. That same awareness that you develop through meditation can also help you become awake during a lucid dream. Now step number 4 is stabilization. When you first become lucid, chances are you're going to wake up immediately. It's okay and it happens to everyone. We become so excited that we increase our heart rate and we wake up. We have to stay calm when we realize that we're lucid, and meditation helps with this. There's also a few stabilization techniques that you can try. One of them is focusing on your senses. Focus on what you're hearing, what you're smelling, what you're seeing. This way your mind will stay engaged within the dream. And the second technique is just to spin. You can spin around really fast and this will also help you stabilize your dream. Another thing that you should do is have a goal for what you're going to do when you're lucid. Set that intention before you go to sleep. Let's say you're going to fly to the moon in your lucid dream. Tell that to yourself. This way you'll have something to do, and that way you can focus on your goals instead of getting excited by the endless possibilities of your lucid dream. So to summarize, here's what you should do to start lucid dreaming. Number 1, start writing down your dreams. Number 2, during the day perform reality checks and ask yourself if you're dreaming. If you want, you can set a reminder on your phone every 2 to 3 hours to help you perform a reality check. Number 3, before going to sleep, set the intention for having a lucid dream. Number 4, wake up 1.5 or 2 hours before you actually get out of bed. Stay awake for 10 to 15 minutes and then fall asleep again. And tell yourself that you're going to have a lucid dream. And step number 5, once you're inside the lucid dream, do the stabilization techniques to stabilize the dream. Now don't get frustrated if it doesn't happen quickly. It took me 1 month to have my first lucid dream using these techniques, but the rewards are worth it. The real reason I wanted to learn lucid dreaming was because you can understand your own mind better. In one of my lucid dreams, I actually summoned my own subconscious and then I asked him about why I am the way I am. It was very interesting to listen to my own subconscious and it helped me understand myself a little more. Remember, your subconscious is extremely powerful and getting to ask these kinds of questions and exploring your own mind in this way is extremely potent. You can work on the questions that you don't have any answers to in real life. Some artists use lucid dreams to get inspiration for their art. Imagine unlocking all of the creativity inside your mind. That is what lucid dreaming can do for you. If you like this video, then please click the like button and subscribe for more videos like this related to self-improvement. That's all for now and thanks for watching.